Get ready to hear about the deals from our sponsors. This episode of Earn Your Happy is sponsored in part by Saley, El Nutra, LinkedIn, Talent Solutions, OpenPhone, and Shopify, and we have got awesome deals for you. Saley is saving on eSIMs even more. Get a global or a regional plan and travel with the same eSIM. Get an exclusive 15% off discount on Saley eSIM data plans. Go to saley.com/happy. Download the Saley app and use code HAPPY at the checkout plan. El Nutra, kickstart a health plan that truly works. Get 15% off site-wide plus a $40 bonus gift with a subscription to the 5-day nutrition program. Claim your offer now at prolonlife.com/happy. LinkedIn Talent Solutions. Find out why more than 2.5 million small businesses use LinkedIn for hiring today. Find your next great hire on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/qualified free. Terms and conditions apply. And OpenPhone. OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system and build stronger customer relationships and respond faster with shared numbers, AI, and automation. Get 20% off for your first 6 months when you go to openphone.com/earn. And finally, Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you grow your business. Sign up for $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/happy.
In my life, one of the things I'm trying to practice every single day, the second I open my eyes, is non-resistance, because of how much pain we cause ourselves by thinking of the pain in the future. It's like future forecasting for pain. And when you do that, you're robbing that moment of whatever greatness is there, whatever joy, whatever peace that you have is there.
And we're back.
With another episode of He Said, She Said.
And I'm literally back from a quick 24-hour jaunt to Arizona for a little mom hangout. I call them mom dates. And I'm going to tell you guys about it. It actually has everything to do with today's episode. But before we do that, gift alert time. We literally created the coolest 90-day business plan for you.
But here's who we created this for. This is for all of the entrepreneurs, especially in year like 1 to 3 and 1 to 5, because I really feel like that set of problems is so different than people in like those 5 and over years. And this is for those years where you feel like you're completely stuck. You're struggling. You feel like you never know if you're doing the right thing in your business. You feel like you hear people talk about the elusive business plan and you're like, what the F even is that? Like, I don't even have a plan from day to day. This is for you, because if you feel frustrated, if you are finding you're sabotaging yourself, if you're in massive resistance, we created this exactly for you. So you guys, this is our 90-day blueprint. It's truly like a 90-day growth plan that we've run through our businesses so many times. I can't even tell you how much this has saved me knowing my marching orders when I get up every day.
There's 2 ways you can use this. If you're just getting started and you're like, oh, I should have a business plan, use it that way. If you're stuck, like Lori said, you're year 2, 3, 4, and you're just flatlined or even going backwards, this is kind of your reset button.
Yep.
Sit down, fill out the 90-day business plan. I promise it will get you back into momentum and get you results right away. And here's the best part. There's no catch. Like our team basically reverse engineered what we always do. It was really easy to produce. We knew you guys needed it. It's free. There's no catch whatsoever. We just wanted you to have it. So if you want it, hit pause right now and go to chrisharder.me/90day. That's 90DAY. chrisharder.me/90day. Seriously, just hit pause. You can come back and listen to the rest of this episode in a minute. Otherwise, you're going to forget about it by the end of the episode. And you owe this to yourself. So hit pause real quick and go to chrisharder.me/90day. It's totally free. You'll get it there. Come back, give us a listen. All right. So speaking of what we're going to listen, or what we're going to talk about.
We get to sit back and listen.
You right? Sit and listen.
Love this.
So what do they call it? ASMR. They'll just listen to us breathe.
These are my nails.
Those are your nails. It's a little creepy. So I just got back, as you heard earlier in the episode, from a quick 24-hour jaunt. Jump on an airplane, go home, see mom, do a mom date, hang out, got to see my brother too, and then came back this morning. Now, to pull that off with my busy schedule, because seeing family and seeing mom is a major priority. We're spending way more time in California here than we are in Arizona now. But I didn't want that to slip. I literally told mom, I said, I'll be back at least once a month for a mom date, if not twice a month. And I've been averaging almost twice a month. Now, how do you pull something like that off with a busy schedule. Well, it's not easy. You have to get up really early in the morning, get the first flight out, and then you anticipate you're probably going to be tired that day. You got to show up with energy, be present, schedule, clear your calendar a little bit, and then take a flight out the next morning. Well, here's where it relates to today's episode. Whenever I have to take that first flight out, I am not a morning person. And the anticipation of waking up at like 4:40 so that I can still get a little bit of coffee, feed the dogs, have a little morning routine, and then leaving the house at 5:30, to me, that sounds like torture. Like, I'm just being real with you. Some of you people are spring out of bed at 5 o'clock people, like it's your natural setting. Others of us were built different. And by the way, this is not an episode about getting up early. You'll see where I'm going. The resistance, and this is what the episode is about, the resistance that I feel around booking that early plane ticket, putting this on the calendar, picturing getting up at 4:40, setting that alarm. I create so much pain for myself that I almost don't do it each time, even though it's important to me. And that's kind of a reminder for you. What do you almost not do? Or let's be honest, what do you skip doing many times for your life, for your business, for yourself? Because the pain of the anticipation of fitting it in or getting it scheduled or following through with it seems insurmountable. Well, here's the punchline that I want to deliver to you. Alarm went off at 4:40. I sprung out of bed, had my coffee, sat by the fire, enjoyed the pups for a while, got in the car, and went to the airport at 5:30. And it was easy. It was not hard getting up early. It was not difficult leaving at 5:30. I was not tired all day when I got there. I was full of energy. So why do I share this? We create so much pain for ourselves that is far greater than tearing off the Band-Aid and doing the action itself. The anticipation of resistance is far worse than the actual resistance itself when you tear off the Band-Aid and do the thing. And Lori, I know you've got some examples around this, but this has literally I'm only going to speak about myself, but I have a feeling that if you're listening, you'll fall in this category too. I've made decisions where it's cost me opportunities. I've made decisions where it's cost me memories. I've made decisions where it's cost me money, all because I built up the anticipation to the resistance so much that had I just done the thing, it would have been 100 times easier.
Mm-hmm. Chris and I always talk about this. And I'm, in my life, one of the things I'm trying to practice every single day, the second I open my eyes, is non-resistance because of this, because of how much pain we cause ourselves by thinking of the pain in the future. It's like future forecasting for pain. And when you do that, you're living in the present day. So you're robbing that moment of whatever greatness is there, whatever joy, whatever peace that you have is there. So I looked up some stuff according to like what our brain is doing. I wanted to know the science behind, is this normal? Is this all humans? Do we do this? And the brain is wired to predict future discomfort, obviously as a survival mechanism. And what it does, though, is it often exaggerates the difficulty of tasks and situations. And studies in neuroscience show that the anterior cingulate cortex, I might be saying that wrong, which processes pain and emotional distress, activates before we actually experience the thing we're resisting. Meaning we feel the stress in anticipation, but not in reality. Like we're actually wired to do this. So 90% of the stress we feel in the buildup, it's not the actual thing itself. It's actually the buildup. So once we start, the resistance fades because our brain shifts from fear into action mode. So the goal of this podcast, though, is to try to get you out of the pre-resistance, right? The pre-resistance before the actual action. So a couple of things that I do is I try to just get really present. I try to just say, it's probably not going to be that bad. It's actually fulfilling a couple of the things that I want to do and be in my life. So for you, it fulfilled the role of you promised your mom, you want to be a good son. You actually get a lot out of going back. Mm-hmm. So instead of focusing on the pain, it's kind of focusing on what you're going to get. And knowing that you're always, always happy about it when you come back. And it's also about just not thinking in the future. Because whenever people are thinking ahead in the future, you have anxiety. Whenever you're thinking about the past, you have depression. Obviously, we're talking about negative things here, not good memories. But if you're in the past, you have depression. If you're in the future, you have anxiety. So the goal with this is when you're experiencing massive resistance, a lot of your resistance is because you either haven't fully committed to it. Like part of your resistance, Chris, was because you were like, I don't know, maybe I should cancel it. Maybe I shouldn't. Like, what should I do? So you just like spend 2 of your days suffering. It's like commit to the thing and decide you committed and that you're not going to think about it. Like you're literally just going to say, I accept this. Resistance is non-acceptance. And so if you can just accept it and say, this is the bed I made. I'm going to lay in it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to love it. This is because it's, doing all of these great things. That's where all of the pain comes from. It's so many different facets that it comes from, where then it robs you of the ideas in the moment of, being with me, being present with me. But that's really the thing that we want to get you past is this is not just a one-time thing. You guys, this is a forever practice. And so Chris and I are always, I feel like we talk about this every single day, like on the ride to the gym. I'm just like, oh, I have this thing coming up and I don't want to do it, but I'm like, I have to think of something else.
Yeah. This plagues me all the time. I happen to love going to the gym, but for some people, I know that's a great example. They dread going to the gym, but once they're there, they actually like it. For me, like when I book guys' trips, oh, I don't have time for this. I should have never booked it. I've got all this. Maybe I'll cancel leading up to it. And then when I go, I'm like, Lori, that was the best thing ever. Like, look at the conversations that I had, right? Here's another silly example. We have now twice done the Tony Robbins Firewalk. I will tell you, for everybody standing in that line, waiting to walk across those fiery coals, the anticipation of the fact that you're about to walk through fire
Horrible
is far worse than the walking through fire. You don't even feel it when you walk through the fire. So that's like the ultimate example of this.
Okay, so something that Chris and I are always talking about is how to really separate our business hours from the hours that we're off. And it's a really hard thing to do when you're a business owner because your phone is where everything is operated. So you might have some downtime and you're feeling good, and all of a sudden you get something that throws you off because it's work related and you just weren't in that mode. And let me tell you, OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that is going to help you separate your personal life from your growing business. You guys, this is so important to learn to do. And for just $15 a month, the cost of a few coffees, you get complete transparency and visibility into everything happening with your business phone number. OpenPhone works through an app on your phone or computer and integrates with HubSpot and hundreds of other systems. They use AI-powered call transcripts and summaries, so you'll have a summary of your phone call with action items as soon as you hang up. And if you miss a call, automated messages are sent directly to your customer, meaning you're never going to miss an opportunity to engage with them. They're going to feel thought about. It's affordable and easy to use, whether you're a one-person operation and need help managing calls automatically or have a large team and need better tools for efficient collaboration. OpenPhone is a no-brainer. Right now, OpenPhone is offering 20% off your first 6 months when you go to openphone.com/earn. That's OPENPHONE.com/earn for 20% off 6 months. Openphone.com/earn. And if you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. So if you're growing a business like I am, you probably have a lot of calls booked every single month with different people learning how to grow and scale your business in different ways. And I had that call today with someone who really understands TikTok Shop. And one of the cool things that I'm so grateful for is that I went with Shopify because there's always an easy integration with any type of marketing platform that I want to use. Whether it's an affiliate software or whether it's something like TikTok Shop, Shopify easily integrates with them. So it's not a massive headache when I want to go try new things in my company. So you guys can also upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we use with Shopify. You can sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/happy. That's all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/happy to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/happy. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite platforms because it's so easy, it's streamlined, and I actually understand it. I get excited to log into my Shopify every single day and look at all of the data on my customer and in my company. You guys go check it out.
If anything, this is just a quick podcast to bring this awareness to you that whatever you're fearing whatever you have resistance around, whatever you're putting off, whatever you're procrastinating because you don't think it's going to feel good, it's going to be 100 times easier than you expect it to be. So just tear up the Band-Aid and do the damn thing.
I love that. And you guys, if you love this episode, definitely go check out the 90-day business plan.
ChrisHarder.me/90day.
It's going to relieve so much of what we're talking about right now. Literally, you have so much resistance around what you're doing because you probably don't know exactly what you're doing, and you're doing it without a solid plan. Because when you have a plan and you know the plan works, you're actually excited about getting the work done. So you guys, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next week.